Hi everyone, it's been a while since the last update and I've just got the oil pan now fitted to this Jeep's engine. So I've given the oil pan quick paint with the same aluminium colour I painted the rest of the block in. Looks pretty good, came up pretty nice. I learnt a few things in the process, so definitely when removing the oil pans, when you're taking out the engine in the first place, you definitely don't want to pry on it, because mine was slightly bent and I had to bend it back into shape. That was all my fault from pulling it out, and so I had to use a vise to straighten it back up again. And then the other thing I learnt was it's got these Velcro windage tray or pan gasket and windage tray, and even though Velcro is a pretty good brand, the holes don't necessarily line up when you put the windage tray in place. So it definitely needed a bit of massaging to get all the oil pan bolts to line up, and it actually meant I had to take the oil, when it wouldn't work, I had to actually take the oil pickup tube off and then take the pan off, and then just put the windage tray on and tighten up the bolts directly on top of the windage tray to make sure they were all evenly placed. And taking off the oil pickup tube, or loosening the oil pickup tube bolts or nuts, was enough to give it enough play to make sure each of these went into the windage tray. Once I had each of them in, the windage tray had been massaged just enough to get everything to line up properly. So then I undid all these, put the pan back on, undid all these, put the pickup tube nuts back on and torqued those down with Loctite, and then I replaced the pan, put the bolts on, and they all lined up really great. So that's come up pretty good. Torque setting on these is quite low. It's 130 inch-pounds, or about 15 Newton meters. So a pretty low torque value. So next step now is, now that we've got that on, it's going to be last step for the engine to put the timing on. So I'll have a next video there. Thanks.